extremely familiar. Do I know your mother?
I don't know.
What's your mom's name?
Rati?
Rati Menon.
Yes.
And your dad is?
Narendran?
Were you? Do you live in Dubai?
Yeah, I live in Dubai, in Dices.
Oh, have you lived here all your life?
No. I grew up in Kuwait. My parents are still in Kuwait, so.
Is that so?
Yeah.
So, were you born in Kuwait?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kuwait.
But you're from Kerala?
Yes.
Okay.
My last name gives it away.
Yeah, it really does. All of us.
Yeah.
But now, Ramya, do you know what I just did with you right now?
What I do? Build rapport and connect with me?
No. We can't really afford trust like that these days.
Okay.
No. What I was actually doing with you is something called social engineering. Have you heard? Have you run across the term?
I have come across the term simply because I work in a cybersecurity company, so it's highly unlikely I wouldn't have come across it. But I had always assumed that it's going to be, something wherein I know that people are going to get my information.
Okay.
But
what was I doing right now?
You were, but it sounded more like you were trying to build a connect, build a rapport. So none of my blinkers were on, and I was not looking out for anybody who's trying to
Those
steal
red
my-
flags that were raised.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
But then the problem happens to be that most people who try to get information out of you might not set up the red flags.
Right.
For example, you keep sharing all kinds of information on Facebook.
Right.
Do we think twice about, okay, I'm sharing this?
I know.
You don't. The same thing. So now all these details, if I collate them and build a database about you, I could potentially do some harm with that.
Right.
Yeah, because you give away a lot of your personal information.
That's pretty scary. Yeah.
Social engineering.
Yes, and that's the whole reason we wanted to talk about it, because often we assume cybercrime and cybercriminals to be like this guy in the hoodie who's constantly hacking, and we have a picture. But that picture has evolved, and as a result, we also need to evolve in terms of our activities online, and we need to build certain habits to protect ourselves and our information. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about as part of Cybersecurity Awareness Month is what measures parents can take to safeguard their children when it comes to cybersecurity. So we've come across a lot of statistics, and we see so many instances where kids are victimized because of their digital activity or because of some kind of digital presence. So today, Ramya and I are going to explain a few of those activities to you and throw light on what you need to do as parents to make sure that you're safeguarding your children, doing everything that you potentially can to make them aware of what they need to not be doing online, right? Ramya, let's, I think, start with what we talked about here, social engineering, right? So, let's get to the why. Why are cyber criminals, reaching out to us? What kind of information are we looking out for? Can you take us through what this whole social engineering aspect is all about? What are they gaining from it?
Now, social engineering, like I said, maybe there is nothing that I can do with your dad's name.
Yeah.
But if I got to know your mom's maiden name, that would be a security question that you very commonly see on a lot of these websites.
Right.
So it could be like they could gather all the information that they can.
Yeah.
But they will pick things from that will give them access to your confidential information.
Right.
Maybe some small thing from all the data that they gather could let them access your bank account.
Yeah.
And then go to cheat.
Yeah.
Or even better, even they could be getting more and more details about your kids.
Yeah.
It could, worst case scenario, lead to blackmail.
Right. And all of us use passwords which are very close to us in terms of it might be our mom's name or our child's name. So they're getting that kind of information as well, right? So social engineering we've understood, and we know that it's one of the vehicles for cyber criminals to get information. What else should parents look out for?
In the vein of talking about things that are gathering information, there is one very, very common way of tricking people that exists these days. It's called phishing. Right. Is that a familiar term?
Yes, again, because I work here, hence I know it.
But phishing is basically where someone sends you a fake email.
Right.
It looks exactly like a legitimate one. Only in very few cases will you be able to actually figure out that it's not the correct one.
Yeah.
In that case, you have to be very diligent about looking at the email ID, looking at the signature, the language within it and all that.
Yeah.
But in most cases, these phishing emails are made out to trigger us, to take immediate action without thinking.
It could be alarming.
They'll be alarming. They could be from your bank saying, we have noticed fraudulent activity from your account. Kindly click this link to confirm that you are the correct person.
Right.
And we will be very scared. We will like all our money.
Yeah.
So then we will click the link and we will enter a username and password. And all this while there will be a bad player in the background waiting for us to input all this information, and then they get a username and password. So one of the best things that we can do to look out for phishing emails, actually there are a few, but number one, always look out for who is sending you the email.
Right.
Be very careful about the email address that it is coming from.
Right.
Number two, if a bank sends you an email with a link, the best thing you can do is to take another browser window, type in the URL of your bank. Don't click the link.
You don't use the link they have sent you.
Don't use the link that they have sent you. Type in the name of the bank and access your username and password that way. And the third thing that you can do is, I forgot.
Call the bank.
Call the bank, thank you. And the third thing that you can do is you can call the bank. It's actually the best thing.
Yeah.
They will most likely have a call center
Yeah.
that you can call and confirm.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be more legitimate than in a link that you clicked on, right?
So, and this works not just for a bank, it works for a lot of other things. Because I have seen examples where there are links for Outlook that come to your email and people click that and they enter their Outlook password and username.
So, yeah, anything really that is asking for information is potentially
Yes.
something that you need to be at least suspicious of.
Yes,
because
there is very little chance that anybody is going to ask you for your personal information in an email.
Right.
That is almost never going to happen. That is where you get very suspicious.
Yeah.
Second most suspicious thing is where there's a link in the
Yeah.
email. Be also slightly more suspicious of that.
Right,
And then
absolutely.
try not to click, or else you'll get ransomware.
Yeah, and you should check out our video on ransomware to know about how much damage ransomware has caused this particular year.
Of course, yes.
So there's another thing which I think parents are very concerned about, and something that I hear often from friends who are parents and things like that, which is cyberbullying. And I think this year we've had some really terrible cases of it. There was the Blue Whale game. There was all sorts of stories about victims on social media and all of those kind of things. So what should parents be aware of when it comes to cyberbullying? Is there anything that they need to do proactively when they know that their child has been bullied online? Is there anything that they can do?
Now, Blue Whales is a very recent addition to what has been going on for a very long time. Right? Cyberbullying has been going on ever since people could get on social media.
Right.
As a parent, what you can do is to be more aware and informed about what your child is doing online. If you allow your child to have social media accounts, you should also know what kind of people they have on it and what sort of activity they're up to on it.
Right.
Especially with young kids, you should not give them unrestricted access to social media. Because there are in social media, it's not just cyberbullying from your peers. There are people pretending to be other people on it. They can add you. Again, they can see all your photos, all your posts, everything that you're posting on it. So we should be informed about what their kids are doing.
So I think it's the same adage that parents tell children, right? You shouldn't be giving out all your information to a stranger that you meet on the road. So it's the same thing that you need to do online. Be very careful about who you're communicating with. Be careful of who you're sharing your information with. And this brings us to one thing, Ramya. I've noticed a lot of young kids are sharing passwords.
Yes,
they're sharing passwords with, their other friends, either for an emergency or because they think their friendship is going to withstand, everything. And they're quite unaware of the risks of doing it. So what do you think we need to do as parents? What can parents do to make sure that, children don't get into the habit of sharing passwords?
Now, there's one thing, like children learn a lot of things from home. Having a good security mindset also starts from home. We can start teaching kids early about good usage of devices, of social media, of all that, and also about the bad aspects of sharing passwords. Right. We can perhaps mention in conversation, we can show them cartoons. There are a lot of educational videos as well that make people of all ages aware of the dangers of sharing password, about bad security practices. So this is something that parents can also do to educate their kids. Also, Paramount Paramount offers, as part of a CSR initiative, we go to schools to educate children
about
our
ISAP initiative.
We educate children about cybersecurity, cyberbullying, how to stay safe online, and if you know anyone or any school who could actually use this, you should feel
Yes,
free to contact us.
You should definitely reach out to us. We've delivered our ISAT program across multiple schools in the UAE and in the GCC. So basically, the whole point that we're trying to make here is that awareness starts right from home. Awareness also extends to your school, and it is something that needs to be talked about. We can't brush it under the carpet. We can't forget about it because we don't know when it's going to come and bite us, right? So I think it's important for us to inculcate certain habits, and they need to come from home.
Of course,
and one thing that we need to realize is that there needs to be an open dialogue with your children. Parents need to have that with your children.
Yes. Very important.
I mean, we're not trying to advise you on parenting, but it's just that yes, totally. But it just boils down to the fact that it's easy for people to prey on your children online. It's easy to manipulate them. So we need to take all the right measures to make sure that we are doing everything in our power to minimize that manipulation or minimize that attack on your child. So
it's like how parents. Of course, all parents teach the kids manners when they grow up.
Yeah.
Right now, with the kind of lives that we lead, technology surrounding us, and it's just going to increase, cybersecurity also has to be one of those things. Just like manners that you have to teach your kids when they're growing up.
Absolutely. And we totally
practices.
Completely believe in this. And there's also, obviously, there's a certain technology element to this. So there are products that can help you safeguard your children to a certain extent because you can put in some parental controls.
Yes, they can. So Google also allows you to put parental controls on the kind of searches that your kids can do. YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, has brought out a kid-friendly version of YouTube.
Yeah.
And not just that, there are a lot of these personal antiviruses that we install on our laptops that also have a very strict parental control. Right. It will let parents monitor what their kids are doing online and how long they're online for, and the kind of websites they visit.
Absolutely.
So if there's anything that concerns them, it can be rectified immediately. Right. Actually talking to the kids.
Yeah. Absolutely. So if you need any information, if you need understanding of how any of these products work, or if you just generally want to understand more about cybersecurity and awareness, you can always reach out to us. You can contact us through comments on the video, or you can reach out to us on our website, which is paramountashore.com, and we'll be more than happy to come back to you and let you know what we think.
Yes,
and this is an ongoing thing, so
happy to
let it not end with the Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Please inculcate this as a habit, and we're always here for you to talk to. Thank you guys.
Thank you.